Hello, I'm Jay from Volunteer Audio, and today I'm making a short video to show you one of the latest lights for the 24 and up Harleys from Custom Dynamics. This goes along with our Custom Dynamics Shark Demon series we're already doing on this bike. This is the light we're going to be showing you today. This is going to be a daytime running light as well as a turn signal, and it adds a light that we're used to seeing on those 15 to 23 Road Glides that was really removed on these newer models. It can be used with the factory headlight. It can be used in conjunction with the Shark Demon set. It can be used to replace these lights completely and just have them here, and we're going to go over all that today in a video. I'm going to show you what you get when you buy your new lights. We're going to go over how to take the bike apart, how to put them on, and we'll show them to you at the end. So check it out as we show you these new lights. All right, so let's open up our new Custom Dynamics LED turn signals for our Road Glide, and let's see what comes in the box. All right, we're gonna have two lights in here. Let's go and get them open, get them unwrapped. Looks like they come fully assembled, which is really nice. So you're gonna get your new light. Now this one particularly, this is going to be the white daytime running light with the amber turn signal. They also offer this in what they call selective yellow. So that's gonna be the yellow fog light look, and it flashes in the yellow as well. This is gonna be completely plug and play. It's already got a harness. And you'll notice here, they're gonna include a T-harness. This is so if you're using an additional set of lights, like say you've already done the Shark Demon headlight in your bike, and you've got those side turn signals that go with that Shark Demon light, this can go in with it. And another thought about this that I like, if you had a 2015 to 2023 Road Glide, you're already used to having a turn signal / running light there on the side of the fairing. This is going to give us that look and that visibility that was really left off of those new models. I like that a lot. Now, if you're going to not use that Shark Demon light and you're going to be using that factory headlight, you're going to need an additional harness. Have it here on the table. We'll show it to you here in a minute as well. So here we have a second T harness. So they're going to give you a right and a left T. And then here's our second light. Should be a mirrored image of the other one, already wired, already mounted on the bracket. Going to make this very easy for us when we go to do our install. And I'll show you in a minute. This fairing is easy to get off. This is going to be something I know you can do. And with the help of this video, we want to encourage you to do that. So here we go. Right and left version of these lights. It has that modern performance look that we have on these new bikes, yet it's going to give us that visibility. This is the fall. We need a lot of visibility this time of year, but year-round you can't be seen too much. And Custom Dynamics builds some of the best lights. Don't forget they're all lifetime warranted as well. Now here's that other harness I'm talking about. So this is part number 2120-1344. This is an adapter harness that all you do is you take that factory headlight out, and we'll show you in video. You take the headlight out and you plug in the harness where the factory plug was, and this is just going to give you the connections to plug these in. All plug and play, all right there in the harness. Nothing gets run under the gas tank. No new switches have to be installed. Very, very simple to do. They're also going to include in here some additional bolts. This is just some hardware to bolt it to the motorcycle. So let's get to our bike. I'll show you how to take the fairing off, and I'll show you how to get these installed, whether you have the Shark Demon lights or you have the factory headlight. We got two different videos, so we'll cover that in both videos. All right, so if you haven't seen the new Shark Demon headlight install video, we already made another video. We just covered that with you, and we went in detail on how to swap out that factory headlight. But we also, in that video, we added these selective yellow turn signals. So these are yellow flashing only. There's no daytime running light as part of this. Custom Dynamics later will be offering, and maybe at the time you're watching this video, it's already available, but they'll have a white daytime running light here with an amber flash as well that's not going to have the yellow. I like the look of the yellow, but for this video, I'm going to show you a couple things. We're going to take the fairing off. I'm going to show you how to have both the turn signal connected here and on the side on our new light. We also have the ability to buy this and just have the black panels in place with no turn signal here and only have the one on the side. So you have options. You can either put it here, or do both. But you do need a turn signal in the front when you do the Shark Demon light. I would not suggest deleting the turn signals altogether. That was in that factory headlight. So let's start taking our fairing apart. I'll show you this new light, how easy it is to put on. All right, so we're going to start by going ahead and removing our speaker grills. You'll need a panel removal tool or something that doesn't mar paint just to pry out from the top. We're going to pull the top of our grill out, so get behind it, pulling it outward, making sure we don't pull out on the bottom. We don't want to break the bottom tabs. And these are the tabs I'm talking about that hold the bottom of the grill in. We're just going to remove those. So let's remove both front speaker grills. Same thing on the other side. Just pry a little bit out here at the top. and it's going to release that, definitely not prying at the bottom. Now you need a T25 Torx. The reason we did that was to get access to some screws, but there's two on this side of the fairing we're going to remove. The lower one here at the bottom of our inner fairing, we're going to leave this upper one in place, don't take it out. So let's remove this lower screw first. We're going to move up here and we're going to remove the one that we just exposed behind that grill. Same thing on the other side. All right, I'll throw these in a little organizer over here so I know when I'm done, when all my bolts are in, I know I didn't forget anything. We're gonna move around to the other side of the windshield. You should have two retainers holding your windshield on. Same T25 Torx is gonna be taking those out. Now on these, you're gonna have some little rubber grommets. Make sure you keep up with those. They're gonna go back on at the end. They just keep that bolt from cracking that glass, or plexiglass in this case. All right, so we're going to take all four of these. Again, just putting it in our bolt organizer for now. I'm going to take our windshield, just lift it up and set it to the side. All right, so now we're also going to have 6 more, 3 on each side that hold this windshield kind of spacer or bracket on that goes in behind here. Remove these. Same T25 Torx. All right, so now this is on Road Glide. If it's a Street Glide, it's a different order. On a Street Glide, you remove this panel first, but on a Road Glide, you're gonna unsnap this trim bezel just by pulling it toward you. That's just gonna release these 2 clips. Also on the Street Glide, there's a bolt that is actually hidden there you have to take out as well. So now that we've snapped that toward us, we can lift this windshield trim and put it over to the side as well. Now at this point, I'm going to go ahead and grab a fender protector. I'm going to protect the fender before we go pulling the fairing. We just have a couple more bolts. I don't want to drop anything and damage that fender. All right, so we just have a couple more bolts. We have one on each side here that's going straight down. Let me grab the correct tool. We're still going to be with that T25 Torx. All right, so at this point, we only have 2 bolts holding our fairing on. And I do it in this particular order because I can stand in front of the fairing, taking the last 2 bolts out, and I don't have to worry about it falling off. So there's one on each side of this vent area. We're gonna take both of those out now. And now that those are out, our windshield is actually, our whole fairing is loose. We're just gonna have to wiggle. You may have to grab these outside portions and just bring them out enough that they go past those speaker pods to allow you to remove this all the way off. So let's take it and just set it somewhere safe. You don't want to knock it over, you don't want to damage it. All right, so now we have our fairing off. We're ready to put our light on. And I want to take a second and talk about where it's going to bolt. So it's going to bolt right in here. So we have a screw. It's the base of this storage pocket that we're going to take out. It's going to go in the back hole of this bracket. We're also going to be using this front hardware here. Now, if your bike does not have a lower fairing, these lower fairings are on the CVO models, the CVO ST. Maybe you've already added one. If you have, you're going to use the same hardware that's in the front of it. If you haven't done that, you're going to be missing a bolt here, and that's when they're going to give you this serrated nut with the washer on it and the Allen screw to go in the front hole. In this case, we're not going to need this, so we're just going to reuse the factory hardware, and we're going to make this really, really simple. So first, I'm going to go ahead and take our T25 again. These are actually a T27, but the 25 works. I'm going to remove this back screw. I'm also going to take an 11 millimeter here and just remove this front bolt as well. Easy enough. All right, so now I'm gonna have to line back up. All right, so this bracket goes down to our engine guard, and as soon as I took the bolt out, it got to the point that it doesn't want to line up. So I'm just gonna put a little screwdriver in here, lining that back up as I start my bolt. All right, so I was able to move that and start that bolt. That worked out well. Now I'm just gonna take my other hardware and start it back in place. We'll tighten that on down. All right, so now that we have it mounted, we're gonna route our wiring. I want you to bring your wire up over your light, come to the front of where that speaker pod comes down, feeding this up to where you can grab it. Now, as you pull that wire, it's gonna go behind that speaker pod, and here you go. You've got your wire already up in here where it needs to be. Now, in this case, again, we have already installed the Shark Demon light. We have a previous video on that. I'm sure there'll be a link in our description if you wanna watch that. That should come up. So you can watch that previous video where we showed all of this going in. But here's our wiring already ready for this. But as you notice, because I'm using this turn signal, I'm already plugged in, and that's why the light came with that little T-harness. I'll grab that T-harness and a zip tie and we'll get this plugged in. All right, so here's that harness that came with it. Now keep in mind, when you're looking at your adapter that came over from your headlight, you'll notice that this adapter has a couple different colored wires on it. The brown ones go to this side, and you'll see this actually has the brown wire on it. But we're going to unplug this adapter. We're going to plug in our T-harness. It's all plug and play here. One of these is now going to plug back into my original turn signal that I'd added on up top. And the other one is going to plug in to our new fog light. All right, so now I'm going to take all that excess wiring. I'm going to spool it back up like it was in the box when it had its little bread tie around it, or twist tie around it. I'm going to bring it around, and I'm going to secure all of this with a zip tie. We don't want to just leave this hanging. We don't want it working its way out. We don't want it vibrating around and causing a problem. So we're going to secure it up. It's going to make it look a lot nicer. And if we pull our fairing, it's not going to all fall out somewhere in the way. All right, and once we've got it zip tied like that, we're just going to trim our excess. It's going to keep our wire up. Everything's going to be in here where it needs to go. Let's move to the other side. We'll install that light. We'll get it wired. We'll put our fairing back on. I'll let you see them in action here in just a few minutes. All right, so we should be doing the same thing on this side. So again, we're going to be removing that front bolt that is going down to our engine guard, and then we're going to be removing this other one with this T25 Torx. So I'll remove the Torx one first. I'll grab my Milwaukee battery ratchet and remove our 11mm from here. Oh, this side stayed lined up nice, so we shouldn't need that extra tool. Always like it when things go easier. But I also like showing you what you could run into when something doesn't go as planned. What's nice is, as you see, a lot of you are going to ask, does it fit with the lower fairings? Absolutely. The bracket was designed to clear that lower fairing, which I really like. So let's go ahead, start our rear bolt in. We'll get it tight. This one's got to line up with a bracket from that lower fairing. So let me get it lined up. This went easy on the other side, so there we go. Finally got it started. Just had to kind of push on that bracket while tightening it. Let's go ahead and tighten that front bolt back down. Don't want to over tighten. We don't want to break anything, but we definitely want to make sure it's not left loose. So we'll undo this little twist tie. Add our cabling just like we did on the other side, coming up through here. Right up through here. Making sure we're on top of that light. We'll pull that excess right where we want to go. All right, so I'm going to unplug my turn signal on this side. This one had a little purple wire on it, signifying that it was this side, or the left side. You'll see there's a purple wire on this fog light as well, signifying we're on the correct side. So plugging in my T. That comes from our headlight adapter harness that was part of our Shark Demon set. Plugging in that upper turn signal again that we added. And now plugging in our new side daytime running light / turn signal here on the side. All right, so again, just kind of gathering this wire back up like it would have been secured when it shipped. Folding all this around where we can wrap us a zip tie around it so we don't leave a bunch of excess hanging here. Trim that zip tie, put these wires right back up in here. And we are ready now to put our fairing back on. So let's grab our fairing, let's slide it back in place and start going back together. All right, so we're going to take our fairing, we're going to slide it back on, making sure that we're up above both of our new lights. What did I just hit? Let's try it again. Take two. All right, so we're just going to take our fairing, sliding it back on above those lights. Making sure that we get them up above it. Also want to take and make sure that you're going into the right places on both sides. Some little clips that overhang here. Once you get that lined up, we're going to go ahead and put one of these top bolts in just to hold it. I'll make sure the other side is lined up well. All right, so as you go together, you got to make sure that these particular clips are going behind this portion of the inner fairing. So we're going to line those back up. Then we're just going to kind of push. Also making sure we get into the right place on our new lights. I'll start pulling it in here. And as we start this, making sure we're lined up on the bottom and around, and we are. That just helps pull everything together. I'll go ahead and put our longer bolt here on the lower portion of our inner fairing. Do the same thing on the other side now. Make sure all of this is still lined up. Looks like it is. All right, so moving around the other side. Just double check and make sure that my painted portion is definitely under both of the lights, and it is, so all of that is in place where it's supposed to go. You might have to push in on these little ears to make sure it goes in behind. Just kind of relieves any stress that might be there. We're going to put our top two bolts in here now. All right, so now that all of our bolts are back in place, everything's back on. Just double check everything seems to be aligned and looks well. So I'll start going back together with the rest of the trim. Snap this front back on. Now when you do this, there's a little area here that this lips into. So be mindful of that and look and make sure you're down low enough that you're over it. Windshield mounts back on. All right, so now that's on, we're going to get our windshield. Let's drop it back in place. Sliding it back in where those little hooks grab it. Get your 4 screws with your 4 rubber bushings. I've seen these put on in all the wrong order, but make sure you put that little rubber back on your screw before you take it into the windshield. And the correct order is rubber goes to the windshield, screw goes through. I know that doesn't seem difficult, but I keep finding these put in under the windshield for some reason. All right, last but not least, we're just going to snap our speaker grills back in place. It's going to finish off the look up in here. All right, just that easy. Let's go around to the front and we're going to take our protector off. All right, so that looks great. They are bright. Got an awesome forward projecting. You might as well say it's like a fog light, but it's going to be on anytime the ignition's on. And let's hit those turn signals. Got that orange amber flash. I really like it. It looks great. Now we also offer these in selective yellow. So if you're going to do the yellow and you want it to match, You can do selective yellow as well. The selective yellow lights will not have that daytime running light option though, and I really like having the white light even when we're not using our turn signals. And again, if you don't want to do the yellow and the orange, you can not do these and do these in their place. I think it looks great though either way. So, all right, so I know some of you are wondering, what does it look like without those selective yellow turn signals? So I put back in the black fillers next to the headlights, and now you'll see those daytime running lights along with that headlight. I love the look of it. I'll go ahead and turn on the amber flashing. So here we are with our emergency flashers on. So you'll see your turn signals are bright. What's great is the way the lens is. You can see it from the side. You can see it straight on. It looks really good. Turning those off, back to that daytime running light. So even more visibility. You know, we always want to be seen. We don't want to get somebody to hit us because they didn't see us, and extra lighting definitely helps in that. Loud audio, loud exhaust, bright lights, everything we can do to be seen and make sure we're not hidden. All right, so I wanted to just fill you in, let you see what it looked like without it. Let's cut the bike off as well because I want you to see what those headlights look like. Again, taking that selective yellow out, keeping that fog light or / daytime running light, it looks great. Really like the look on the bike. And in the future, there will be another turn signal option again up here that will match that lower white daytime running light, amber flash. Both of them together is going to be awesome. Can't wait for those to become available as well. Very, very awesome. Custom Dynamics has done a great job. I love that they keep introducing new, very specific to these new 24 and up bike lights. They come with the proper brackets, the proper wiring. They make it easy on us. And I love showing you how to do these simple installs because we're empowering you to save a lot of money in labor. Go to your dealership and they're going to charge you at least an hour's labor, probably a couple, to install these lights. I know you can save that money. These are in stock and available right now at volunteeraudio.com. So if you think you want to add these to your bike, go there now and check it out. There'll be a link in the video to take you straight to them. If you have questions about lighting, audio, other accessories, anything you need for your bike, give us a call at 1-844-30-AUDIO. We'll be here ready to help you, ready to answer those questions about your bike, your build, your budget, to make sure you get the right parts the first time. And along with these step-by-step install videos, I know you can put them in as you've seen. Part of this also, though, you get lifetime tech support from Volunteer Audio when you purchase from us. So if you go to do that install, you don't have something that you found, maybe you didn't find the video, maybe you didn't answer one of the questions you have wasn't in the video, call us. We'll help you when you get stuck so you don't have to take it anywhere or pay somebody else to do it. You want to make sure that you subscribe to Volunteer Audio on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook for the latest and all of your Harley audio and accessories. We're going to show you new products as they come out, and we're going to show you, like in this video, how to install them. Also, comment below. Let me know if you have any questions, comments. What do you think about the lights? Do you love them? Do you hate them? Hey, we just want to hear what you have to say, so definitely reach out and let us know in those comments. We'll be quick to reply back. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, God bless.